Do that, then do that. Welcome back to we shop 3. Dude, we're just gonna do a relaxing gaming today. Woke up with the world's biggest migraine today. The migraine was bigger than the entire fuck. God, it has been clever. I'll figure out later. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Migraine was bigger than the entire collective ego of Texas. That's what I was gonna say. That's right. Work that. I just wanna sit back, relax, play some Weed Shop, man. We're getting to the game now. It's loose. But I was going to stream yesterday, but work told me, hey, do you want to work an extra hour and a half? I'm like, I already worked 8 hours, but sure, fuck it, why not? So let's just sit back and relax. Some Weed Shop. Oh. No, I feel like I'm waiting for like the DVD logo to bounce into the corner of the screen, like dude. It's like come on. Oh, there we go. Welcome back to my shop. Girl is crap. Yo, it's Tracking live. Yo, bro, try actually live.
See you in a little bit. Thanks to reset it. I already said that.
Create plausible deniability. Gargamel is smart, but he's a little sloppy. According to his Reddit post history, he posted a 4chan crypto meme before Bored Ape Yacht Club was even live yet.
What is Charlie watching right now?
The culture or uses 4chan. Greg Solano, or Gargamel, was a literature major in college and wrote his thesis paper on 2666, which is a book that takes place in Nazi Germany with a main character named after Nazi SS doctor Hans Reiter. He even expressed in his now defunct blog that he wanted to write a fiction novel that blends history with imaginative events, which is similar to Roberto Bolaño's 2666. This could be a stretch, but I'm reminded here of your writing backgrounds. Do you think there's any parallel between your big conceptual breakthrough to design NFTs for what interests
That's gonna be expensive.
Demo, and the idea that in writing, sometimes the best stuff comes from
Mold, spider.
theoretical reader wants. Gargamel says, ever since the Bored Ape Yacht Club, we've seen like 1,000 different avatar collections come up, and a lot of them are really cool. But what we think was special, and what people could kind of read on top of ours, is that we didn't just throw 3D glasses onto apes, and we didn't have a long essay on exactly what this was, but we knew what it was. It's like Wittgenstein's let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, or Hemingway's iceberg theory. We knew what this world was, and why the apes are this way, and that somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random. In this interview, literally just confirmed that Bored Ape Yacht Club is his medium for creative writing. First, the quote is cryptic, but it makes a lot of sense given the context of
There you go.
Let the unutterable be
Boom.
conveyed unutterably. Dog whistles, hidden meanings, fiction writing. Nah, man, they're just apes with 3D glasses. You don't understand crypto. In this statement, Gargamel quotes Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian Jewish philosopher believed to have been the boy who went to school with Adolf
What's
Hitler
Charlie? What are you watching?
1904. According to writer
Dealer. Oh, Mary Jane. Mary Jane.
Jewish boy who is believed to be
Okay, she can grow for me.
Wittgenstein's
That's
entire
$300.
consists of cipher, cryptology, and solving.
I want you on this. I want you growing.
Yacht Club is one massive puzzle designed to be cracked for the sole purpose of stroking their twisted fanfiction writing boner. Second, he states Hemingway's iceberg theory,
Please read
which
this max
describes
out. Let me read some
exactly
right.
what they're doing. Iceberg theory itself is also a 4chan meme. Greg Solano also has written a book.
Oh yeah, I should probably give you some.
Of World of Warcraft. To say he isn't a sucker for fantasy would be a flat-out lie. We know that Gargamel is a creative fantasy writer. We know that he wrote his thesis paper on a Nazi story. And we know that he wanted to create something similar, blending real and fake events. He literally quoted Ludwig Wittgenstein and iceberg theory.
Okay, I need guys to make me more money. Oh, there he is, Jerry Main.
Prior to Bored Ape Yacht Club, Greg Solano even stated he wanted to create a Lovecraftian themed NFT project. And if you know anything about
There, and I now have a drug empire. I don't have to sell. I don't have to.
But to be fair, a lot of people can, and there have been a lot of people that have made Lovecraftian-inspired work without ever, like, appreciating Lovecraft, or, like, anything like that. Undeniably, Lovecraft's role in, like, horror elements and creatures was huge. So a lot of things spin off of it without ever, like, being an applause of the guy, Lovecraft. So it really could still just be a case of liking the horror creatures that came from it, and the impact that it had on creature design. I didn't know he was. Wow. Really? I thought most people knew that Lovecraft was actually a massive racist. His dog was literally named the N-word, if I remember correctly.
What?
Oh, it was his cat. His cat. I knew it was something like that. Cat. Yeah.
Cat wasn't in the N-word. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up.
Myself included, with the public's perception of this criticism.
Oh.
Begin to educate people on this when they're too ignorant to realize that they're being played. Bored Ape Yacht Club, in a way, is a social experiment in making fun of people who are easily influenced. Crypto bros and everyone who sucks off technocrats included. It is a commentary on the number going up forever, or the wag me crowd, which lives by the slogan, "We're all going to make it." This is a very real
I've never heard
sentiment
that.
shared by thousands of people on the internet, which the founders of this project have profited off of immensely. All it took was celebrity worship, proper funding, fueled by a dystopian political agenda, to get fascist propaganda on the world stage. Let me be clear, I'm not saying buzzwords just to say them. This is what's happening. 3.
Mary, you better get rid of those mites.
Creative writer. The third founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by Gordon Goner, the same name writer used for the website, piecing this all together.
There we go, Mary. Thank you.
SEO purposes, so that when you type in Gordon Goner on Google,
Oh yeah, I was watching Charlie stream,
in an interview,
and I realized he went to when he came like, oh god, there's a pawn shop, and then I realized it's goddamn Chum Lee, dude. That's Chum Lee.
About books, he resorted to
Jesus.
Hitler jokes.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's probably nothing to see here.
Ooh.
This is just more proof that Wiley's attempt at edgy humor dates back to 2014. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gordon Goner stated he chose the name because it sounded like Joey Ramone, singer of the Ramones. It should be known that Bored Ape Yacht Club's connection to the Rolling Stone is
This is good deal. Yes.
Neil Strauss, author of The Game.
What's
who is
this?
currently writing about the subculture
Can I buy this?
of Bored Ape Yacht
That looks
Club.
nice, dude. That looks professional.
Phrase anagram for
Can buy that.
Drongo is Australian slang
Ooh.
for stupid, and negro means
Ooh, what's this?
Drongo is also
Your merch.
on 4chan and Reddit. It's not
It looks like a shelf.
It is also conveniently a species of black bird. Another example
Thanks, chum.
of a hyper-specific double
Love you, buddy.
or phrase in Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Love you, pawn shop. So that looks like some fine and shelving that I do not have access to yet. So,
Portrayed by John Travolta in Speed Kills. Both Gargamel
Mary.
and Gordon Goner are writers and
Mary, there's some spiders.
CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz.
Can you take me back to the origin story of Bored Ape Yacht Club? It was
Mary, there's like a lot of
a year ago. Garda,
spiders.
one of the founders, texted
Mary, you gotta fix up spiders.
with, "Hey, let's make a NFT." So Garda and Gordon were
Mary,
really into crypto. They were really active in the
I'm paying you $300 a goddamn hour for this. Yeah, there we go, Mary. Hey,
Are storytellers, they're creative.
you should
And
hand over your money.
crypto was this thing that like they were fascinated by. And
For those of you who come back later and say, "Oh, why aren't you raising the money on them and get money?" No.
right,
There was a barrier to entry.
It's not about that.
Exactly, because it was technical.
Yeah.
It's not about. It's all about sending a message.
They're storytellers. Like that's what they do.
And that's my message is, if I can get you into my shop.
Context of anything.
Hey, I'll get my widow.
Is that they're not providing any context. The context
Tourist.
provided is that literally it's meaningless.
Hey, you should come to my shop.
These are just apes in a
You're hooked. He's hooked. He's a hooked man.
That's
He is on the line.
Counter to what he actually said?
Mary,
Isn't that in
Mary, there's 3 plants in Mary.
Said, where was it?
Mary, you better girls, Mary.
I
Mary,
don't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was the child.
Mary, there's mold, Mary.
But one of them said that it isn't random or something. Where the fuck was it? Oh, here.
You better not harvest my weed while I have moldy, Mary.
That somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random.
Mary.
So this guy said that it isn't just random. He's literally saying the opposite, that it's not just
Okay.
apes with 3D glasses. Unutterable be conveyed, unutterably, kind of different, isn't just random. Yeah, they're lying. Well, no, this was used as a piece to say that there is more to it than just random, apes.
7:10 o'clock.
3D glasses.
Apparently you are like huge for locals.
This interview is used in the context of the video to say that there is deeper meaning than just random ape stuff. And he's not saying what it is, which is why it's left to interpretation, where this now being here confirms that there is something more.
It's merch stand.
All of these things,
Nice.
the iconography, and like the racist stuff would make sense because they're not doing it like accidentally. They have a purpose for it.
Come
In this
on.
interview here, the guy is saying that it is random, that they're claiming it's random, even though they're not.
Picture over here of this guy.
Thanks to the tier 1 plane, the resub Gunner. Hey Gunner, a good video by the way, man. Another banger. Thanks to the prime.
There we go.
So it's entirely critical that you understand the context of anything. So the issue with Bored Ape Yacht Club is that they're not providing any context. The context that they provided is that literally it's meaningless. They said that these are just apes in a swamp who like drawing.
Okay, I need to fill up. I want to see how much merch I can get on this.
Bored Ape Yacht Club from the mouth.
I need merch. I'm running like
That's it.
dumb out of merch right now.
Done. Like there's nothing.
It's a pretty cool
there's
story.
Nothing else.
They called me,
Just drawn
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
explaining the idea, and I kind of giggled and was like,
24.
I mean,
Merch.
but people.
Why'd
are
you turn on slow mode? Was that an accident?
And that was it. Like I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. We hung up. Like, this
Then
stupid
I'm clicking on the button.
that I never would have thought about transformed into.
All right, I'm now bankrupt again. Jerry.
What if they do drop penises?
Yeah.
And where do people drop penises? And it turned into.
Jerry, they got mold in the middle, Jerry.
It's a toilet stall, and it's a dive bar.
Okay, doesn't hold much.
It's not a dive bar. It's a yacht.
Doesn't hold much.
bar. But it's in a swamp, and it's gonna be this like future vision of Miami.
Holy shit, that holds like
It's all about
everything.
bored apes.
Boom.
There's a whole bunch of
Merch,
things right
baby.
here
Just
saying-
created this like story.
And it adds so much.
Play a game of I Spy.
What the fuck are you
The
talking
cover of
about?
this Rolling Stone art is a direct reference to Hieronymus Bosch, who painted pictures like these in order to hide things.
Okay, what's
the racist dog whistle.
what's in your inventory? You have mold sprays.
Ape hands are a racist racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See
There's a
anything
game?
interesting? What's up with these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. SAS, Zayshawn Ali,
Wait, what was
software
it?
engineer.
What? I didn't
The
notice
ability
that.
for Bored Ape Yacht Club
What?
founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything interesting?
Oh my god, they're Nazis.
That doesn't really look like a swastika to me. That looks like barnacles in Bikini Bottom. Like, it looks like the sky. Yeah, that one, not so much.
Okay, Mary is like really slow right now, but it's animation.
What's up with these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. SAS, Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by SAS, and going off the theme of hidden meanings throughout their entire project, this is also deliberate. SA is the abbreviation for Sturmabteilung, and SS for the Schutzstaffel. SAS, or SASS, is the combination of the two primary Nazi military divisions. There are two possibilities that explain the behavior.
Are we going now? Are we going on like conspiracy theory here?
Complex, and Ryder believes we need new terms to describe what's happening. In other words, this is an internet troll's wet dream, post-ironic racism on the world stage. This means that this is a meme, but it doesn't look like one because there's nothing to indicate otherwise. This can also be described as pose law. It's impossible to know if someone is joking.
The people look at this and they're like, I'm gonna buy that.
A message to indicate how it's supposed to be perceived. In other words, Bored Ape Yacht Club founders are layering on the irony of troll behavior to the point where it's just doomed.
Good, buy it.
Describe it is beating a dead horse
Buy
until
it.
comes alive again and then dies again from the irony. February 4th, 2022, Katie Natopoulos, a writer at BuzzFeed, wrote an article covering the identities.
Okay, how much money? How much does Mary need to level up here?
Do you think she got her information from? Ryder rips. However, she stated, Solano and Arano don't appear to have any particular red flags, which, as we know, is a flat-out lie. Pressured by Guy Osseri, Kate Natopoulos ran a softball story in an effort to save face. The more degenerative side of 4chan, including white nationalists, enjoy participating in the cult of Kek, a metaphorical, fictitious...
Oh, she does actually like demold it. Okay,
Think of it as a
I
tribe
haven't
but she's
heard
like
that.
really fucking slow at it.
Anyone else not in the know
Holy
as
shit.
normies. They wave the Kekistan flag, which is an exact ripoff of Prussia and Nazi Germany's war-mocked symbol. Their mission? Troll the liberals at all costs through meme warfare. By having shared symbolism and jokes, it is a way to communicate or dog whistle to other members that they, quote, embrace the principles of chaos and destruction that are central to alt-right thinking. The term Kek
Oh, buddy, came to the wrong neighborhood.
a horde player types LOL to alliance, LOL is then translated into gibberish spelling out Kek. This is
I
because
didn't know
the
that.
two opposing factions in the game can't communicate with each other unless they are on the same faction. It just so happens that Kek is an Egyptian god that looks like a human with a frog head, hence Pepe. And guess what Kek was the god of? Darkness and chaos. Sound familiar? Surfing the Kali Yuga was
What the fuck?
Whoa, whoa, what?
What? Charlie,
I never heard those connections.
you're going down a dark rabbit hole here, man.
That's a lot to take in. But the thing is, Pepe the Frog as a meme has existed long before Kek. Right? If I remember correctly, Pepe the Frog started in like, fuck,
2000,
2011? 2012 maybe?
no, 2010.
Maybe even before then. So that would absolutely predate Kek. Oh, Kek was 2005. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I guess. What came first, the Kek or the frog?
Frog.
Is the resub Yenrei? No, see. Keck is from OG Warcraft. Yeah, but it just I don't remember Keck getting big until like the last decade. But I remember Pepe the Frog even when I was like, fuck, like 13 or 14.
Yeah, like Keck has been around for a long time, but Pepe's been more. Hey, bites my widow. Yeah, you should come to my shop more often, man.
I guess that's why, since I didn't play WoW, I played City of Heroes and RuneScape, so I never got Keck. So I only really heard of it once I got like.
Turn 4, baby. Oh, you. I heard about you.
I was born 2005, but it didn't become a meme until 2008.
See, I can still to her. She loves. Oh my god, what happened to my plants?
Pepe got attacked.
2 plants infested with spider mites. 3 plants have got moldy.
Okay, so, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
It could make sense taking Pepe to Keck based on the god of darkness and chaos. I think that's a bit of a reach. I think even if Keck didn't exist, Pepe would have still been a meme regardless.
Michelle,
I guess
what the
that's
hell's happening?
a chicken and egg
Like,
situation.
I'm getting like alerts all over the place here.
Was not the only surfer innuendo that the alt-right adopted as lingo. In fact, they also used the word cowabunga to signify their alt-right beliefs to fellow members of the alt-right. It just so happens that one of Bored Ape's founder's wife had this exact lingo in her bio, which has now been deleted. And in September 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club challenged the internet with a series of puzzles. Whoever cracked the secret codes would receive a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, a Bored Ape NFT, a Mutant Serum NFT, and 10 Ethereum. At the time,
Jesus
the value of these
Christ.
prizes added up to
Jesus.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
This
goddamn.
puzzle will demonstrate just how far the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club are willing to go in order to play out their racist fantasy. This information is taken directly from
Dude.
Caesar's post on Medium. This whole puzzle started with a single stealthy tweet. Somebody left a strange note at the bar. The image contains a message, "Come find me below," with the ciphertext of ;U8JJ6. This is a keyboard cipher, where if you look at the keys below each letter on a keyboard, you see that it spells /Jimmy. Entering this after BoredApeYachtClub.com will take you to a new page, and you are able
Hey,
to
you're
play
local,
the
man.
puzzle game. Jimmy the Monkey is
Should love me.
bullshit again. In the clubhouse, the game is a 2D screen where you can click on rooms and interact with various objects. Most of the rooms contain a puzzle. The boat room contains a single interactable object in the room, which is a wall of dancing men. If you know a bit about ciphers, it's fairly quick to recognize that this is a Dancing Man cipher. The Dancing Man cipher
know
is
that
from
at all.
Sherlock Holmes. Decoding the cipher reveals the following message. This isn't a puzzle clue. Suck on a banana, bozo. Love, Jim. This seems to be a troll as it was not used in the final solution. The party room has 2 interactable objects in it. The first object is a dog collar with the numbers 0010 on it. This is just the ID number for the exact NFT that you would win if you were to crack the puzzle. The second object is a party poster containing song lyrics.
I thought it was
The puzzle
binary
is a
code or
selection of
something.
Song lyrics sorted in alphabetical order by word, with one of the words being replaced by the word monkey. Solving this puzzle involves
Things are
taking each
sub-occasional.
lyric word bank, identifying the song, and figuring out which part of the song the lyrics are referencing. You sort each word in that set of the lyrics in ABC order and figure out what word has been replaced with monkey. This results in the following troll message. Wasted your time on this one, stupid apes. Entering the pool area presents you with 2 puzzles. One located on the inflatable duck in the pool, and the other on a drink menu located next to the bar. This puzzle presents a list of duck-themed clues and their answer length. Going through and solving all of the clues results in the list below. With this answer set, reading the first letter of each answer gives the phrase "cocktails are shaken," which is a clue for the puzzle located next to the bar. Using the hint from the previous puzzle, we now know that this menu list is an anagram of cocktails. In
Oh my
addition, the
God.
text at the bottom of the menu
What the hell?
indicates something extra was added to the drinks, hinting to there likely being an extra letter not used in the cocktail anagram. With there being 26 menu items, it seemed highly likely the extra letters or the cocktails used every letter A to Z for ordering when done. It is quickly realized all the cocktails start with a unique letter A to Z that, when put in order and reading the extra letters, gives Orange liqueur used in spritz. Final answer, Aperol. Upon entering the kitchen, a sheet can be found lying next to the sink. This puzzle provides instructions on what to do. Begin by identifying the dishes that are clued on the left and filling out the blanks on the right.
These puzzles
the
are
extracted
nuts.
letters, highlighted yellow on the sheet, spell the phrase Gibraltar's Barbary, which is referencing a specific monkey that lives on Gibraltar, the Barbary macaque. Final answer, macaque. In the library, you can start by clicking on the bust on the top of the shelf, which contains a puzzle scroll. This puzzle is a Mad Gab style puzzle as hinted by the title, Bus dan Dush Elf, which, when read aloud, sounds like bust on a shelf. You can make 4 Mad Gab style phrases using one word from each column on the scroll. The output of each Mad Gab is its own clue to a word. This final output is yet again a Mad Gab where ooze 6 ciphers can be read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows
Holy
you
shit.
an enlarged version of the bookshelf. This bookshelf contains many different patterns throughout. As you start to group the patterns together, you will discover there are 6 separate puzzles using 6 different ciphers, as hinted in the previous puzzle contained in the shelf items. The monkey hands. There are 6 hands throughout the shelves using American Sign Language to spell weapon. Naval flags. There are 6 international maritime signal flags throughout the shelves that spell Nassau. 5-bit binary. There are 6 groups of books colored orange and green. These books are 5-bit binary, which provides 10010, 00101,
The fuck?
0001, 10011, 01111, 01110. These can be converted to their decimal equivalent of
God damn,
18.5,
fucking
19,
riddlers behind this, yeah.
14, which can then be further converted to letters to read reason. Clocks. There are 6 clocks through the shelves. Each clock face has a different time, with both hands clearly visible. Using the clock hands as a flag semaphore, you can obtain the letters to spell salute. Book titles. There are some books facing forward with their titles clearly visible, and after reading through the titles, you will notice some of the words are from the NATO alphabet. Echo, Mike, Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar, and when you extract the first letter of each NATO word, it will spell embryo. Morse code. Between each of the bookshelves is a repeating pattern of a lighter color. Each shelf is a separate letter spelled using Morse code. If you decode the Morse for each shelf, it will spell analog. Now that we have all the words extracted, we need to extract the final answer. Looking at the words for a moment, it can be seen that the first letter of each word can spell answer when ordered correctly. Since the first letters spelled answer, we extracted the last letters to see if it provides an answer to the puzzle. The extract is Guanan, which is a breed of old world monkey, and it's the name of Rene Guanan. The game room contained 2 objects you can interact with. The first one is a game called Jimmy the Asshole, which, after some playing, didn't appear to contain a puzzle. The second one is the game room puzzle. The flavor text for the puzzle is, there are lots of games to play here if you can figure out the rules. It also has some pictures of Hangman and Tic-Tac-Toe. These are big hints for what you are looking for and what the solution is going to be. The solution for this puzzle involved taking each puzzle string and figuring out the puzzle rules that encoded the text. Here is one example. There are a lot of P's, so we want to analyze that first. You start by separating each line by P. We are looking for game-related words, so we can guess the 2 words here are card and
Hey, buddy.
we can deduce that the rule for this puzzle is to replace the first letter with P, which can then be reversed from the cipher, which gives the following clue.
It's not very happy about my shop.
The answer to this clue is Joker. However, we aren't done here just yet. Now we need to apply the same rule we discovered, replace first letter with P, to this answer to get a new answer out related to games. Applying the rule to Joker results in poker, the actual solution to this puzzle line. Here is the rest. Taking the first letter from each solution, you get the following phrase. Drooper's apartment pal. Drooper is a character from the Banana Splits, and his apartment pal is Bingo. Bingo is an ape, so we can confidently determine the answer is bingo. The attic is one of the more difficult puzzles, and before we dive into it, we first have to talk about the skeleton in the crawl space. The skeleton in the crawl
this is
space
so
a bunch
nuts.
of 3-letter phrases and some numbers, with the flavor text of NTH plus EAT. We know that we're trying to combine the phrases to spell words with the numbers most likely being the length of each.
Okay, hold on. A quick respite here, a little halftime show. So that, Gwynon thing, that's big. I was fully still on like the skeptical could be coincidence kind of thing, except for of course the logo. That one was absolutely deliberate. Now I'm much more on the side of, yeah, they absolutely do know what they're doing. Coincidences don't seem to be a thing that they believe in. This puzzle, this whole little puzzle thing here is absolutely wild. I haven't even heard of half of these ciphers, and I'm a big fan of looking into things like the old like Lorenz machine and shit like that, because I always find that kind of shit fascinating, and even I haven't heard of like the majority of these kind of puzzles. Like, this is a crazy level. Holy shit. And the fact that it does tie back into Renee Guénon in their own puzzle, their official one, I think that's a massive, massive red flag that, yeah, maybe this is all a giant troll racist thing. Like the creators here dog whistling some wild racist shit as like a meme, and Bored Ape being a giant fucking meme. Yeah, I no longer feel like it's a reach anymore. This is by far the most convincing portion of this argument. Other things I do, and even still do, think is a bit of a stretch, but this is undeniable. And anything that I was writing off as a coincidence now seems less likely to be a coincidence as a result of seeing how thorough they are when it comes to like hiding image or hiding words, hiding anything inside of simple things. It's very fucking deep. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Why? They're just puzzles? Well, yeah, but one of the puzzles answers was the Renee Guénon, which was referenced earlier by one of the founders, and I don't remember exactly what Guénon was, but it tied into something racist, Nazi-related. Which, again, I don't think is a coincidence anymore. Because this is really fucking thorough. Guénon is also a monkey, so it could just be the monkey. Again, that's writing it off as a coincidence, which I just don't think they do. Plus, in that interview, he did even say, like, it isn't random, there is deeper meaning to it. Let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, and all of that.
I need money.
Giga and Cilantro and Godslam. And we haven't even finished what the next one's going to be. Jesus, hold on. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna go say goodnight to Tiana real quick. This shit is fucking wild. Y'all getting trolled so hard? Well, that's the whole meaning of the video. That Bored Apes were meant as a
It's just a matter of time until cream cheese is no longer the face of the franchise, because fans are ready for the organism.
I don't have that much time left. You cannot do this, Dust. I need to win a championship.
She hold up. Good. I'm gonna upgrade her farming so she can farm better. God damn it. Wow, she's actually done all the seeds. What do you have?
Can a core exceed your expectations? Yes. No matter what you do, there's a Civic for you.
God damn.
To the all-new 2022 Honda Civic lineup.
Okay, so I need a dumb amount of merch. And I also need a dumb amount of spider mold. I'm gonna do purple haze, white widow, UK cheese, and there you go. We should buy some merch there, guys. Okay, merch. 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 Yo, you bought the sex toy. Nice. Buy the merch, buy the merch, buy the merch, buy the merch. Yo, where's my Mary? Mary, I got some things for you. Pop, 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 pop. There's like 40 things for you there. All right, all right. So targeting influencers is 4%, targeting locals is 11%, targeting tourists at 55%, targeting burn 45%, the base is 30. So I'm already pretty good. Um, 25. I can do this, which could give me an extra like tiles. That will give me more into the. I need both. I can do both these actually. Talking more of the tourists, so I can get more money. Buy the merch.
Word. There's really no approach other than maybe looking at words that start with or words that end with, but the best place to start was realizing that NTH and EAT were clued as being connected and could spell N, the, at. After that, it is mixing and matching until you get something good out. The output you get is Anastasia Steele really loves the hexes used in the attic. This is a reference to Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey, which is referencing that the hex color codes in the attic are gray codes. This is basically a second hint for Bought It, which you can see in the attic section below. The attic starts with an image with some pixels and flavor text about having to feel your way around in the dark. This is a reference for being blind and hinting towards the pixels being braille. The phrase you get out of using colored pixels as braille dots: beginners always unlock dim old tones. If you take the first letter of each word.
Okay, again. So this had to be an entire community coming together to solve these, right? There's no way this was just like one or two people.
Yeah, I can't even figure this out.
This had to be an entire community doing this, yeah? So then how the fuck, when you work together on something like this, who gets the prize? Batman solved it. Bro, Batman's brain would fucking melt going through all these ciphers.
Batman solved it.
Exit tier 1. Lychee in the recent time.
Jesus.
Hard to explain, Korifu.
Come on, give it to me, give it to me.
That's a good point filtered, I suppose.
Word as hinted by the word beginners, you get Bought It, which is a type of cipher. This is the one puzzle you can right-click and export the image, and it just so happens to be SVG. So we can extract the hex color codes accurately for the next step as hinted by the skeleton puzzle. Extracting all of the binary codes out and removing the lead 0, you get the following. Using Bought It encoding on the binary, you get the following. The only interesting thing we get is Calamar, which is another type of cipher. This suggests that our extract is
Wait, who has the time for this? This is puzzle within puzzles within puzzle within puzzles.
Transposition solver, but without a key, it was just a bunch of guesses.
Puzzles within puzzles within puzzles.
Solvers of this puzzle got stuck here for a while until it was noticed that attempting some auto solves on the grid, assuming 6 columns instead of 8, resulted in the final 8 letters looking like a scrambled version of Visionaire. Given the first set of data gave us Calamar, and having it almost end with Visionaire now, another type of cipher, was too likely to be a coincidence. Putting some effort in manually with a 6-column assumption, you're able to get the following. Using Calamar key of 412563 or 214563 gives an output that spells Visionaire at the end, giving us the following possible strings. Cutting Visionaire off the end and taking the remaining letters, we try to decrypt the cipher using Visionaire and testing keywords relating to Bored Apes and the puzzle. Eventually, they landed on the following: Australopithecus. At this point, it's time to solve the final solution. Taking the answer from each puzzle
What the
and sorting
fuck?
ABC, we get the following words: Aperol, Australopithecus, Bingo, Guanan, Macaque. If we examine the answers, we can extract even more information about what they mean. Aperol is an orange liqueur that only got popular after World War II. This answer is different than all the others, considering it is a drink that is meant to be ingested. Going off that theme, perhaps this is a metaphor for taking the red pill, as it sometimes appears red in color. Aperol also just has the word ape in it. Australopithecus. Of all the different possible answers they could have chosen, they landed on Australopithecus. Here's a little anthropology for you. In 1931, Ludwig Cole Larsen joined the Nazi Party and later undertook an expedition to German East Africa in search for a primitive man. In 1938 to 1939, he discovered
Jesus.
Australopithecus afarensis at Laetoli without realizing the importance of his find. Ludwig attempted to prove that all people have a common origin, but that African people remained in the state of primitive men, while the Aryan race had developed. Such scholarship was at odds with most anthropological concerns of the day in Africa. He then later lost his position as professor in the course of the denazification after the war. Cole Larsen is not highly regarded amongst contemporary East Africanists. Bingo. Bingo the Gorilla is a major yet final antagonist in the 2019 direct-to-video horror comedy film The Banana Splits movie. Bingo and his friends are animatronics created by Carl to entertain children as the Banana Splits. However, after the show is canceled, Bingo and his friends start a killing spree. You want to know something even creepier? Bingo only has 3 lines in the movie.
I wonder how the show's gonna end. Time's almost up. Time's almost up.
Bingo's last and most famous words. The only words Bingo ever says sounds just like accelerationism.
Oh, that's a bingo.
Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo.
You just say bingo. Bingo! How fun!
Guanan has double entendre. He's the father of traditionalism, bringing the Kali Yuga to the West, and
What are you doing hanging behind counter?
species of monkey. Macaque also has double entendre. Macaque is a racial slur and a type of monkey. By definition, there is a clear distinction of what type of monkey both Guanan and macaques are. They are part of the Old World classification of monkeys. In 2006, a Virginia senator was called out for using this slur. With close ties to Virginia, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club would definitely be aware of this political disaster.
You too have gotten in trouble with words that you've uttered. Let me bring you back to August 11th. You were at a campaign stop and a young man who was videotaping it for the web campaign was there also. Let's watch.
No, I want this.
Here over here with the yellow shirt, Macaca, or whatever his name is, he's with my opponent. Let's give a welcome to Macaca here. Welcome to America and the real world of Virginia.
And here's the young man, S.R. Siddharth. He's a resident of Virginia, an American citizen.
Jesus
straight A
Christ.
student at Fairfax High School, now goes to the University of Virginia. Critics say that macaque is a racist slur and that you used it because he was dark-skinned. What did you specifically mean when you said, welcome to America and the real Virginia? Why did you use those words for a dark-skinned American?
Tim, I made a mistake. I said things thoughtlessly. I've apologized for it as well I should. But there was no racial or ethnic intent to slur anyone. If I had any idea that word, and to some
Oh, I think you knew.
the world was an insult, I would never do it because it's contrary to what I believe.
Well, where
and
did
who
the word
I am.
come from? It must have been in
Oh,
your
just made
consciousness.
up. Just made up words.
My theory is that the
What?
primate answers of this puzzle are a direct reference to the founders of the project, and Aperol could be seen as the red pill. The Boogaloo Boys were born on the weapon board of 4chan known as K. Think of them as power.
Alright, so I guess I have a question stemming back to this then. The Gwynon, that one's a massive red flag. Everything else having a double meaning, also a bit of a red flag. Seems like none of them are just like innocent answers to their game. This right here though, this one has like seemingly the most racist history behind it. I'm curious, does this still get used anywhere, or is it only that one guy who like had this word? Because if it's only that Ludwig Cole whatever, the Nazi scientist or Nazi researcher or whatever, then that's not a coincidence. There'd be no way that's a coincidence. How do you spell it? It is still used? It's a legit term? Okay. But it was just found by that guy? Because I've never heard this. Why am I caps locked?
There we are.
Okay, so he discovered it, but the name is still used. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know if that was just like something he like drummed up after discovering it, and like the name didn't stick. It was changed or something. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Project, and April could be seen as the red pill. The Boogaloo boys were born on the weapon board of 4chan known as K. Think of them as paramilitary incels, or Chan LARPers. They can be classified by their Hawaiian shirts and absurdist meme styles to make anyone
Where'd they go?
look insane. It can be a very effective tactic when trolling. This Bored Ape Yacht Club shirt is an exact Boogaloo boy Hawaiian shirt used to LARP by 4chan users. This is Ape 1488. The number 14 is a neo-Nazi dog whistle. It is a direct reference to the white supremacist slogan known as the 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and future for white children. The slogan was coined by David Lane, a member of the white supremacist terrorist group known as the Order. The number 88 is
The
white
fuck?
supremacist alphanumerical code for HH, which stands for Hail Hitler. 1488, which is also included in the ADL database or the Anti-Defamation League, is a combination of these two hate symbols.
But the fact is, guys, I've been on the internet 20 years. I know pretty much about every single different slur that's in the English language and a few other languages as well. So not only do I understand all the slurs, I also understand the euphemisms like 1488.
Here is where it gets really dark. What do you see on this ape? No, not the bloodshot eyes. This ape is wearing a prison outfit with the numbers 0198. 07. If we take out the zeros, a practice in cryptography called null padding, we are left with 1987, which we can deduce is a year. You see, 1987 is a reference to the year that Rudolf Hess, a Nazi hero, died in the Spandau prison in West Berlin as a result of his conviction during the Nuremberg trial. It was destroyed the same year to prevent it from becoming a neo-Nazi shrine. Not everyone who has a Bored Ape is aware of the inherent racism. Let me point your attention to the sales activity tab. If someone
Like that's just not a coincidence, though. Like that's just simply not. There's no way.
For variations of
There's just no fucking shot. Especially after given the history of the Bored Ape team that put together that giant contest full of ciphers. There's no way. That one's just straight up not a coincidence in any capacity. The prison outfit, this tying back to the year.
Good thing I didn't invest in crypto Bored Apes, isn't it?
Or whatever. Like none of that.
I bought a clock.
Like even if you don't believe any of the other ones, like this one is just straight up not a coincidence. I am starting to believe in the argument Fillion's making that Bored Apes were started as like a giant meme troll with racist shit, racist undertones hidden throughout it.
Yeah, I can sort of see that.
Strong. Starting with their the official Bored Ape contest here. Thanks to the resub Jarvis and the Prime Midnight resub Pterodactyl. So the creators of Bored Apes are all part of a racist Nazi conspiracy. No, see, people are getting so twisted in what the actual argument Fillion's making is. The argument he's making is the people that started Bored Apes started it as a meme troll and hid like common racist like jokes and shit inside of it. He's not saying that they're like a giant racist conspiracy or trying to like start some kind of racist movement or anything, or everyone that owns a Bored Ape is racist. He's claiming that the people that started it have a lot of history on 4chan, which he has proven in at least one instance, and that they are deliberately hiding these Nazi racist like Easter eggs throughout it in these undertones. That's what he's saying. Like, it's not random, it's not coincidence, and there are these provable patterns as well as provable connections to racist shit.
Dude, fucked up.
Nazi shrine. Not everyone who has a Bored Ape is aware of the inherent racism. Let me point your attention to the Sales Activity tab. If someone is selling an ape, they set the price. Interestingly enough, there is a pattern of selling apes for variations of 88 Ethereum, ending prices in 0.88 or 0.14. This is a cut and dry example of esoteric racism. Ape 6969 features the same prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet with a shit-eating grin. This is a troll hidden in plain sight, designed to mock everyone who looks at it. The odds of Ape 6969, which is a troll in itself, having both the prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet is statistically near impossible. Apes in the Bored Ape Yacht Club project are adorned with various characteristics. This can include clothing, accessories, eyes, faces. Anything you see on these apes can be randomly generated to produce the final product that we see as an ape. In design, some of these characteristics are more rare than others, which means more desirable, which results in a higher price. Some of these characteristics are harmless, but there is a definite through line with one characteristic in particular: headwear. The Prussian helmet is known as a Pickelob, which is a reference to the German Empire from 1871 to 1919. The Vietnam-era helmet features an Ace of Spades card attached to the helmet, which was a custom American soldiers started in World War II, but continued in Vietnam. In Vietnam, however, American soldiers would leave an Ace of Spades on dead Vietnamese soldiers. The card in the Bored Ape helmet has a letter J on it, which would indicate a Jack of Spades, not an ace. The founders of this project are not sloppy writers and wouldn't get history wrong if it meant they could include yet another racist reference. Maybe this explains it. Based on a 1938 decree in Nazi Germany, every Jew in Germany had to carry an identification card marked with J for Jewish at all times. The Sushi Chef headband is a Japanese headband known as a hachimaki. Hachimaki can have different Japanese characters that
Really?
mean different things. There are 6 variations that are the most popular and commonly used. Bored Ape Yacht Club went with kamikaze to indicate Imperial Japan's suicide pilots. A sushi chef would never wear this headband. The safari helmet is a British or European pith hat used by the British Empire in colonizing Africa. And Belgium and the Congo, led by King Leopold II, who, as you know, cut off Congolese hands. The kami hat is known as a ushanka, and with the sickle and hammer, it represents the Soviet Union or the USSR, worn during World War II while Russians were commanded by tyrannical leader Joseph Stalin. The fez is a potential reference to the Ottoman Empire, but there's also such thing as a Nazi fez. With all of these helmets and headwear, one can see a clear picture of Chan culture's fetishization of power and dominion of those they deem weaker. October 2021, music manager Guy O'Sari, founder of management firm Maverick, who represents Madonna and U2, acquired representation of Bored Ape Yacht Club. This would include securing book deals, music, television, video games, and even movie integrations. This was a power play.
Man,
for
I can't
Bored Ape
imagine
Yacht
a
Club
worse
because
idea.
it legitimized funding
Jesus
and star
Christ.
power behind the project. With the connections of Guy O'Sari, Bored Ape Yacht Club now had a way to control the media messaging around their project.
The project obviously has so much hype and so much support.
Thanks for your
There's also
Tristan.
been criticism. Some people connected some of the images to racist tropes. I'd love to give you the opportunity to respond to that criticism.
Apes, because aping in is very much a nod to this community.
Whoa, give me your money.
To crypto enthusiasts. Early. So the story is about them. One is founder, one is Turkish, one is Pakistani, one is Cuban. Guy O'Sari, who's one of the partners that came in later last year, is Israeli.
Great, and I gotta buy more stuff.
I myself am Cuban, and I'm actually first generation American. The idea that we're neo-Nazis or
Oh, so this must have actually been a big thing.
offensive, it's hurtful, it's totally untrue.
That's really personal to you, that criticism.
The idea that you can't be racist, or even ironically racist, because you're ethnic is the saddest excuse I've ever heard. And this interview is bought by Guy Oseri. Here he is pictured with the founder of D3, and this woman looks oddly familiar. Guy Oseri is even referred to as the fifth ape, a reference to the fifth Beatle. When Ryder launched GordonGoner.com, Guy Oseri went off the deep end. Ryder Rips described to me a 2-hour phone call consisting of Guy Oseri screaming at him to stop digging into the project. After Ryder explained the symbolism
Oh, really?
of Oseri, he replied with, "Who am I to judge what art is?" And remember that Rolling Stone interview I mentioned? Gordon Goner stated, "Are we the Beastie Boys of NFTs? Because right after our initial success, it felt like the Beastie Boys going on tour with Madonna. Everyone was like, who the fuck are these kids?" The Rolling Stone article then states, funnily enough, Madonna's longtime manager, Guy Oseri, signed on to rep the foursome about a month after Goner made this comment to Rolling Stone. It's just so ironic that Bored Ape Yacht Club would go on to partner with Madonna's manager, Guy Oseri. Here's the family tree of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Greg Solano and Wiley Arano are from Miami. They met later in life at a bar arguing about literature. Karem Adelaide
What a
and Zayshawn
nerdy
Ali
argument.
University of Maryland together. Greg Solano
Not even
also
sports or
attended
anything?
University of Maryland, but would go on to get his MFA
No, Robert
at
Frost is the
University
best.
of Virginia. The P.O. Box of Yuga Labs is in Alexandria, Virginia. The CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz, went to high school with Wiley. Mark Andreessen is the funding, Guy Oseri is the management and PR, and it's not a far stretch to say that Neil Strauss is their Rolling Stone media connection. He is also writing a book based on Bored Ape Yacht Club. Guy Oseri and Neil Strauss go back to 1998 when Guy Oseri was featured in the credits of Neil Strauss's biography on Marilyn Manson. One of the most mind-boggling parts to this ongoing story is celebrity endorsement. Everywhere you look, a new celebrity flaunts their hideous Nazi propaganda. I wouldn't expect them to know any better, but there's something going on underneath the surface. I know most celebrities are denser than a cement block, but you can't convince me they would all spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on these JPEGs just because of hype culture. So what's actually going on? In a Twitter Spaces video, Ben Baller, a celebrity jeweler, described
Hey, for what it's worth, I think this is when Bored Apes died, and the reason why NFTs are dying. This was where, or not the reason. This is when it started. You can actually pin it to this tweet right. Where is it?
just because of hype culture. So what's actually going on? In a Twitter Spaces video.
Yeah, when Gwyneth Paltrow released her Bored Ape, I think this is what instantly killed NFTs. You can blame Gwyneth Paltrow for Bitcoin plummeting and everything else. I think this is what finally signaled the end times.
Huh.
Thanks to Tier 1 Cycling and that boy Loy and Gore and Jeb.
Oh, you're a local shit. Oh, fuck.
Ben Baller, a celebrity jeweler, describes the process.
I'm running out of space.
Real talk. Not once, twice, 3 times I've been off a Bored Ape through LinkedIn. I had Adidas hit me up, my DMs, on Instagram. Hey man, oh, you own Bored Ape. You're not fucking dope. Hit me up. And it's just,
I need to start selling more weed.
but the fact that some of these super top tier
Oh, yeah, hold on. What we gotta have? Ultra Kush, Hindu, Super Stank. Oh, 2000 Star Diesel? Crap, boy, I'm grossed in weed right now.
Thanks, you said Melbo.
You know what the craziest thing about that is that a lot of celebrities who are going into this, they're probably just stoked to get the ape, and they don't even realize a lot of them probably don't consult their legal and shit like that beforehand. But they're actually asking you to commit fraud on their behalf.
That's right. MoonPay has celebrities sign NDAs or non-disclosure agreement contracts revealing how they received the ape.
I just got
God damn it.
NFT. Oh, you did? What was it? Through MoonPay. Okay. MoonPay, which is I did my homework. Okay. MoonPay was like PayPal but for crypto.
In fact, the celebrities aren't even buying them, and they're lying through their teeth about why they bought them, all while committing fraud on MoonPay's behalf.
That one's
Receiving
super
a Bored
true,
Ape
though.
as an endorsement and not
That's been an
explicitly
open
stating
secret
that
for
you
a
were
minute.
compensated violates the Federal Trade Commission's laws. So next time you see a celebrity
I think
show
it's
off
a
their
big
Bored
one.
Ape, you can see who's a puppet taking advantage of their audience, all while unknowingly contributing to an apocalyptic political ideology backed by the technocratic elite. You may be asking yourself, who designed these apes in the first place? Surely they would be the ones responsible for drawing the racist imagery, right? Currently, it is believed that there are 6 artists on the Yuga Labs team. However, there was an artist in particular that provided the base layers for the apes. Her name was Seneca. When confronted and shown the finished designs, she claimed he did not even recognize the final product and was shocked at the characteristics she saw. Seneca described payment from Yuga Labs as not ideal. After all, they were rolling in millions of dollars and she wasn't even getting a slice of the pie. However, it is speculated that Seneca received a $1 million bonus from the company after media outlets front-ran her story. At the end of the day, Seneca, a very talented artist, was not responsible for this imagery. The Bored Ape Yacht Club project represents
Seth
a
Green.
sinister commentary on people's eagerness to hop on trends and projects just because it's in the spotlight. I say this is an
That
ongoing
Seth Green
story
show.
because on April 30th, 2020,
There you go.
1 year after launching Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs launched a metaverse called Other Side. If the date sounds familiar, it's because it's also Hitler's death day. The sprites available in the video game that doesn't exist yet are called codas, spelled with a K. In music, coda with a C means the end, and obviously the theme of transitioning from life to death or crossing to the other side. Their new metaverse also features Stonewall Jackson, a reference to the Confederate leader Stonewall Jackson, and Plot 1 is owned by Emperor Tomato Ketchup. Along the way, Ryder Rips was able to open the eyes of thousands of people by organizing the information and explaining the full context to the best of his ability, knowing all too well that the barrier to entry of this information is diving down the deep rabbit holes of white supremacy, the alt-right, and 4chan. But now, one thing's for certain. He was correct in telling me that Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest troll in internet history. Now that you know everything there is to know about Bored Ape Yacht Club's cute little social experiment, what can we do about this? Well, as it stands right now, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club operate relatively unchecked. That's because there's no real pressure. Their tactic of using plausible deniability and dumb excuses to deflect from the truth is about to change. Nicole Muniz, I really hope you had no idea this was going on, and if you didn't, that means your business partners strung you along because they think of you as a normie. It's unfortunate if you got roped into this. Guy O'Sari, we will not be silenced. That's all I'm gonna say. Gordon,
Dude.
Sharga, Tomato, and Sass.
I also think these guys are pussies. Like, I think they're feckless for doing this. It's like, oh, bro, it's like, go fucking do, like, why are you making this girl you went to high school with speak for you on tape?
I want every celebrity, actor, athlete, and influencer to burn their fucking ape. I want to make such
well, I mean, they might now because
that
it's not
everyone from Steph
doing
Curry
well.
to Post Malone to Jimmy Fallon is forced to act. You see, this little price tag is contingent on you.
Really?
The market, the people. But in their minds, it's the normies, the sheep that made them rich. So I ask you, are you a fucking sheep? I want each and every one of you to
I think
tweet
there are 0
hashtag
people
burn
watching this that have a Bored
BAYC
Ape.
on Twitter. Let's play their game. Burn means to destroy, but it's also something you can do with your NFT if you hold one. Not only will we sink Bored Ape Yacht Club because of their disgusting scheme, we will send a message. This message will be loud and clear. We will not be manipulated. To piss off 8 profile pictures and amplify his own research, Ryder created Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club. Ryder won a DMCA takedown request against Yuga Labs, solidifying the point that you can't copy an NFT. Ryder also set his royalties to 0%. In this case, it's truly not about the money. He is also creating Ape Marketplace, saving people billions of dollars a year in gas fees. Oh, and if you see my profile picture, don't be fooled. It doesn't contain any racist imagery. It's also from the Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club collection. Silly goose, you can't copy an NFT. And I think I'll call him Caesar. You can even use him as your profile picture, because we're about to take over.
What a wild fucking ride.
Oh, this one has.
Montage?
He's all breaking. Dude, what a rabbit hole.
This is the first movie.
Thank you, Charlie, for carrying my stream for me without even knowing it.
Wait, how long does this go on for? God damn. Well, that was extremely interesting.
Dude, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree to a certain extent that Bored Apes were started as an elaborate troll. I think the evidence, well, a good portion of the evidence was pretty irrefutable.
It's fucked up, Charlie.
He's a prime pricey. I don't agree with every point. I think a few of them were kind of reaching.
We're safe.
There were some extremely solid ones that you really can't overlook or write off as a coincidence. That was wild. Thanks for the resub, Illuminati. I think the whole NFT scam is dog shit hype anyway. Well, yeah, NFTs fucking suck. NFTs are trash.
I'm worried because someone might come in and start robbing my stuff.
Always be the case. When you're presenting an argument on something, there's going to be good points and there's going to be bad points. But I think the good points here absolutely outweighed the bad ones. Like, some of them were straight up just irrefutable. Especially when it came to, like, the Bored Ape number 1488 being the having a prison jacket, which also had the 1987 date on it, which was when one of the Nazi heroes had died in prison. Like, there's just some things that under no circumstances could possibly be even construed as a coincidence. And
Fucked
the
up.
logo. Like, coming right out of the gate, that logo is absolutely not coincidental that it happens to line up with the Nazi one. That was very deliberate. Like, there's just no argument to be made that it just happens to be a coincidence. Are you kidding me? That shit was garbage. I'm disappointed in you. I'm super curious then from your perspective then, Dill. And you're fine to disagree. How do you explain some of these as coincidence, though? Like, we'll just start with some, like, the basic one here.
God, it scared me.
The logo matching 1-to-1 on every level with this. Which is, of course, Nazi related. How do you... This is directly to you, Dill. I'd like to hear how you explain this as a coincidence. If you were to say, like, brainstorming with your bros, we need a cool logo. How about, like, a black circle with, like, a skull on it? And since we're ape-themed, why not, like, a monkey skull on it? Well, why would you then roughen the edges out? What would be the point? And then also, why 18 teeth? Do monkeys have 18 teeth? That I don't know. But there's just so many things here. Like, I don't know how you can possibly write it off as a coincidence. The 18, deliberate. The roughing the edges, deliberate. The color scheme, all of it matches exactly here. Like, I don't see how that could possibly be a coincidence. Monkeys have 22 teeth. Apes have 32 teeth. 18 isn't racist shit. See, but that's absolutely spoken like someone who doesn't actually go on the internet and see things. Because they do have those, like, goofy little, like... I don't like using the term dog whistle. It just sounds like a Twitter debate, bro. But it is what it... That is what it is. Like, little secret, hidden messages between each other. And one of them is, like, 18. 1488. The 14 words. Like, those are things that actual racists use as, like, an actual thing. Like, it's just something that's so hard to write off as a coincidence. It's pretty basic shapes. I've seen it used a lot. Can you, then again to you, Dill, can you present one to me that is the same coloration and the same roughing edges all of it matching very similar to this like, Innocent project. If you've seen this shape so often. And this is like the softest ball one. It gets a lot deeper here in the middle when it came to the official Bored Ape game. But this one I just think is already a very hard one to defend as coincidence.
Chum chum.
And it's not just Dill. I see a lot of people saying it's reaching. And again, you're fine to disagree. I just don't see how it could possibly be a reach. If this was like a perfect circle, I could absolutely write it off as a coincidence. I really could. But it's not. Like, I've seen plenty of logos. I have talked to many graphic designers for like companies, businesses, and shit. I've never ever seen like roughing edges on a circle logo for no reason. And especially not when the colors all match up, the placement all matches up. The 18 teeth, like all of these matching up. Like, I've never seen that many coincidences. It's a deliberate copy. It's intentional. It's absolutely a reference. Thanks to give subs Struly. So, okay, you literally just agreed with what I'm saying. Iconography is used again and again. Some edgelord uses it to create the hype, of course. It's all just to create hype and build more money in the project. This is exactly what they intended. What do you think I'm arguing, man? You just said that it... You're agreeing with me, but arguing. Yes, you are agreeing that it's deliberate. Which is the point that I and the video maker, Filian, are making. That it is deliberately references to Nazi symbolism and shit like that. As like, and he proved a connection with some of the creators in 4chan and this shit being used over there as like a Easter egg for like 4chan shit. Thus, going back to the point of the video, that Bored Apes were started as a meme and a troll using like racist imagery and shit and references like that, just hidden throughout it. Is just the biggest troll in internet history, basically. Getting all the celebrities to buy into something with hidden undertones of racism and shit. And then I also think this one should have immediately been a red flag to anyone that recognized this name. Emperor Tomato Ketchup being a reference to a movie that was banned for child porn. Emperor Tomato Ketchup's not exactly like a randomly generated name. And if you can easily Google that name and find that movie, or find that album which is a reference to that movie, a sane person would have changed their name. Been like, oh my god, child porn, I'll pass, I'll change my name to something else. Yeah, but the album is a reference to the movie. So the album that he said he based it on is a reference to the movie. The album is a reference. The album title is a reference. Then that's a pedophilia, not Nazism. Well, that, again, I'm just saying, like, that is just another, like, red flag kind of thing.
Shit.
That has nothing to do with what they put in Bored Apes. That name is just something I think should have been a red flag. Thanks at 5 gift subs, Bagel. Appreciate him in the bits veil. Very, very interesting piece. Again, I don't agree with all of it. I do think some of it was reaching, especially when it came to like their mobile game, where the banana bushels looked like swastikas. Disagree there, as well as a couple other points I thought were a bit reaching, but overall, there was a lot of irrefutable points made here. That was super interesting. Filian absolutely crushed it there. And Ryder Rips by extension. can always see things that are connected if you look hard enough. Again, man, they make you look hard enough. Literally in an interview, they say it's not random. Let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably. It isn't random. There's meaning behind it in their own interview. And then in their own official scavenger hunt, use some of the most advanced ciphers and fucking cryptology imaginable in order to reference things that have multiple meanings with racist shit. Like, there's so much to it that you can't overlook as coincidence. I think by far the biggest one, I guess even if you want to write off the logo, which I think is impossible to write off, I think the biggest, like, whoa, is their Bored Ape 1488. That one shows an absolutely deliberate reference to an actual Nazi. Bored Ape number 1488. 1488 is, again, a racist thing. The 14 words, 88 being a reference to Hitler, 1488 being a known racist dog whistle thing, and then the Bored Ape representing this one having a prison jumpsuit on with 1987 on it, when in 1987 this Nazi hero perished in a prison. That's just not a coincidence.
Yeah. Come on, Charlie. Normally when I stream, normally I watch you do something more cheerful than this.
I don't understand why anyone would spend so much time to do shit like this. Then you haven't been on the internet long enough, man. An elaborate troll is like a trophy to some people. You can't just take the zeros out of the jumpsuit, but yes you can. In their own game, where you're using similar ciphers, the null padding is a totally reasonable thing to do here. To look a little bit deeper. Because the Bored Ape creators themselves have challenged you to look deeper. With their own game as well. They tell you, they want you to look deeper. So they use one of the ciphers that was used in the game, which is the null padding cipher. Like, I don't know, I don't know how you can keep writing it off.
Oh yeah, that guy scared you off, didn't he?
Thanks for 5 gift subs unknown. Appreciate it, man.
Fucking snitch.
What do you gain from defending Bored Ape? I disagree with people in chat that keep saying, like, Bored Ape deniers must have Bored Apes or whatever. I totally understand, like, approaching this reasonably. There is no possible explanation for why they would do it. But if you have been on the internet, you can absolutely see a reason. Because trolling is so coveted. An elaborate troll is an absolute dubski.
Dude, or you could just give me $50.
Entire lives online for the sake of a troll. And this is the biggest that I've ever heard of.
Ooh, local.
QAnon's still bigger. I'm a huge fan of the QAnon trolling. I'll just go ahead and say it. I think everything 4chan did to QAnon, making them sit outside at a random street in Dallas for 2 months waiting for JFK Jr. to be revived and cruise through on a limo. I think that shit is genius. But this troll is significantly bigger than that. This is a $1 billion business that was started, potentially, for the sake of a meme and to troll people. This is on a whole different level. Racism isn't a troll. They're using it as a troll. They are using all the racist imagery and references and undertones throughout the iconography as a way of trolling people that buy into it. They are laughing at the expense of normies that are paying them by representing this awful shit. It's edgy trolling, or at least so this video presents. Ironic racism is still racist. I'm not saying it's not. Wait, what the fuck? You're putting words in my... I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's not racist. What do you... Stop. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying it's not racist. Holy shit. Why are people putting words in my mouth? Oh my god. Good lord. God damn. I think they're referring to the chat. Oh, okay, maybe. I know, it's hard to tell. Thanks for the gift sub, Balaki, and the resub Balake. Is that true? I was very curious what the impact this had because, like I said, this was a big one. I saw this on Twitter quite a bit with people talking about it. I just hadn't seen it. Jimmy Fallon and Steph Curry removed their Bored Ape profile pics since this video came out. Is that true? Obviously I don't follow Jimmy Fallon, so let's check there. Because he did have a Bored Ape as his profile pic for the longest time, ever since he came out as a big Bored Ape guy. Okay, so that has changed. Steph Curry, I don't know if he ever had a Bored Ape picture, but I'll still check anyway. Okay. What about Eminem? I know Eminem had one for a very long time. So he still does.
Yes, yes, come in.
A little bit. Let's resub bridge. So I guess I'd be curious to see how these developed them. The video's only 2 days old. I don't know what kind of impact it actually made in like the mainstream eye, but it doesn't seem like it's only Fillion that's brought this up. Like that girl was interviewed about people talking about the undertone racism in the Bored Ape stuff. So it seems like there's already been a discussion on it, like in the bigger scheme of things.
Great, that's broken now. Stop breaking!
Thanks the resub clean cut. It was writer Rips when he wrote an article about it a month ago. He's the driving force behind this. Yeah, and Fillion gave him all proper credit. I was just curious if the video or anything had made the big waves. This was wild. I actually haven't seen a rabbit hole's probably the wrong word here. A subject that elaborate in a long time. That just had so much depth to it. Like, holy shit.
Stop breaking.
It wasn't really an iceberg. It was just more of like an actual extremely deep and elaborate series of puzzles and crazy wild shit.
Girls, merch I can carry.
Bro, this whole cipher section was one of the most mind-blowing sections I've ever seen. Like, there had to be 30-something ciphers here, and I'd only heard of maybe 5 of them. And I like learning about ciphers, so I feel like I know a decent, like, number of them. But these, holy shit. This was crazy. And they were all different. Like, a Mad Gab cipher. A fucking Mad Gab cipher, where you have to sound some certain things out, as well as piece together certain things that'll sound out an actual answer or clue. Crazy.
Hey dude, you should come to my shop. I know that big scary guy was talking some shit about me. But I know you love me, right?
I appreciate it, Coco. And again, it's just one of those things where it's just a hard thing to believe. Like, it really just is. Exit Prime, you boy. What was the other conspiracy you were talking about? Oh, QAnon JFK revival. Look that up. 4chan trolled... Well, QAnon started as a 4chan troll. But 4chan went hard on QAnon and convinced them that JFK had been revived and would be driving down a certain street in Dallas, I think it was Dallas, in a limousine to announce his presidential run in 2024. And I think he was also going to be with Donald Trump. It was incredible. They sat there at that street for 2 months. 2 months. I saw them doing candlelight vigils, still holding signs and waiting for JFK Jr.
It's funny as fuck.
That was amazing. Thanks to the Bits Clash.
Mad Munchies.
QAnon fizzled out. Do they still have like strong reps? I don't know. What's your point, brother? QAnon is anti-pedo. I was actually talking about this with Kai on the podcast. No matter how insane a conspiracy theory is, they always sprinkle one real fact into it so that way people can always use that as like their ace in the hole. No, you see? They were right about this. So with QAnon,
I think about game.
A lot of Hollywood pedophiles, which there is. Like that's a fact. A lot of people know that, and it sucks. But that's the only thing they're right about. And they always harp on that fact, like, no, look, we actually got it right. You see, there's Hollywood pedophiles.
I died.
It just gives, it just makes it like an easy thing to defend.
Game bugged out. What the fuck?
Duck. What's the biggest troll you've ever pulled off? Care to share? Oh, I've never been good at it. I guess accidentally I made a couple people on YouTube think like that. I've never really tried to troll anyone or anything. I just like appreciate good ones from a distance, like the QAnon JFK thing. I guess the only time I even came close is when I made that video about how paper is made, but I just played at how it's made in reverse and claimed that trees come from paper. And the joke was on myself because the comments thought I was being serious and didn't know that papers come from
died.
So I didn't really troll anyone, I just made myself look fucking dumb. The bloody egg, but that wasn't, I didn't do that, Matt did that.
Nice, man.
Sounds like you were copying Hugbees there. You want to explain yourself? I wasn't. I had actually seen something extremely similar a long time ago. There was a guy, I don't even know where this video was, it was like 10 years ago, but there was a guy on YouTube who was making a video on how they reprocess Oreos, and I found the idea of that fascinating, like how do you reprocess an Oreo? And I was watching it just blown away by the information being presented, and then
Grab, gather, digger.
He was just playing the video in reverse, and I was like, wow, that fucking got me. So then 10 years later, I was like, well, this would be a fun video to do to carry on the spirit of that guy, and I'll do it for paper. So, if anything, I copied that guy, not Hugbees. There was a video you made where there was a Vimeo link in the chat of someone finger blasting themselves. Why are you gonna discredit my art like that and boil it down to such a rudimentary level? What I created there was art. That video was of a porn star named Euphrat fingering herself through the fire and the flames, and I sped up the footage so that way it synced up. It was actually really cool. Thanks for some checks, Mix. Prime, Roddy.
Open crate. Stupid $100. I wanted the other one, but the game bugged out and I lost.
What about the whole fake office ghost video you tried to get viral? Yeah, that just didn't work. I like to pretend I didn't do that. Thanks to Prime Ellen. Thanks to the resub. Draco. No Weed Shop tonight. We played Weed Shop last night. We'll play more later this week.
I'm playing Weed Shop.
Can't click links, Bagel. When is the RLCS LAN? London Major is 6 days from now, or 7 days from now. Moist Esports Rocket League, baby. This is our biggest tournament yet. Well, actually, in general, across all of Moist Esports is going to be our biggest tournament across any game. The London Major, I believe, is a $600,000 prize pool for us. I think. Could be wrong. I don't quite remember. June 29th. We're the 2 seed. Have I seen any Grasp of Avarice speedruns? No, I haven't. Is BDS 1? Yeah, BDS is the 1 seed.
I need to buy more totes.
Best conspiracy to watch. Are you asking for one? This conspiracy I always recommend now is called the Secret Space Program. So the Secret Space Program I find to be one of the most interesting rabbit holes of all time. Huge shout outs to Oki Weird Stories for this one. This is just one of the most outrageous conspiracies ever. Imagine everything you've ever heard as like false, but come to light. How do I present this the right way? Everything that everyone knows is wrong, they believe is right. So okay, the basis of the conspiracy is these people believe that they are abductees of the Secret Space Program, which is a space program that was started by, I believe it was started by the Nazis, and it was started to fight the Nazis in space, and they were taken at birth to become galactic warriors, and everything is on the table. It's a combination of every conspiracy ever. So some of the Secret Space Program believers believe that they're vampires. They believe that they are shape-shifting werewolves. Some of them believe that they used to be gladiators who were taken from their time period and brought to space and then re-existed in this time period. It has everything. Absolutely everything. I think it is the most fascinating conspiracy theory out there. Oh, and Kevin Spacey, for some reason, is a big component of the Secret Space Program. Exit Prime Dev in the 5 gift subs Tomato. Thank you, Tomato.
Buy this shit. Buy my shit.
And the Bits Bagel. What video should I watch about this? Watch Oki's video. Oki has an incredible breakdown of it, and even gets like interviewed with one of the figureheads of the secret space program movement, goes to their convention, and even gets on their channel while pretending to be a believer. It's amazing. It is so good. This video is still so criminally underrated. He made such a wonderful breakdown of it.
Huh.
I like how you're fourth on that list. Oh my god, after watching Oki's video, I could do nothing but fucking rant about it. I couldn't believe what I had just learned. It blew my fucking mind.
Mary Jane, what are you doing?
Thanks to the bits frozen in the resub margin.
Oh my god, have you actually went through all that? Jesus, she just planted all of that.
To One Piece due to the awful use of your likeness for Bandai's ads. I mentioned this earlier on stream, but I'll do it again just in case. Bandai actually did talk to Matt today. Like the official Bandai company to talk to Matt today about that, about me being used in the ads. And it turns out Bandai internally reviewed everything, confirmed everything. That wasn't them. That was a bootleg knockoff of their game that was using my shit and promoting it on Facebook as theirs. So they like profusely apologized to Matt for it. Apparently they were so nice. It was one of like the head honchos at Bandai was talking to Matt about it.
Come to my shop more often.
Why to Matt? Because Matt handles all of that for me. I direct everything to Matt. Thanks to the gifts of apple and the resub bagel and onion.
Keep being Mary or just blew through everything. There you go, Mary. Go plant your heart out.
Have you seen Gravity Falls? No, I've only checked it out like occasionally, like before falling asleep when Tiana's just putting shit on to fall asleep to. They should have added you as DLC, NPC, and Elden Ring as an apology. Oh, that would have been so nice. Imagine just strong-arming them for shit. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Jake.
Money.
Do you still call Matt during your mean shits? No, he usually calls me when I'm peeing. I contrary to what he'll claim, I don't call him when I'm going to the bathroom. He always calls me in the middle of me going to the bathroom. And what am I gonna do, just not answer?
Nope, 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 nope.
I find Kimba to be a really interesting story as well. I'm sure most people already know that one. Kimba, Simba, the stuff like that.
Don't listen to him.
Where it's claimed Lion King was a ripoff of a older Japanese property named Kimba. Your movie sucks has an excellent video on it. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm talking about. I've already seen the video. It is a great video breakdown on it. And he does prove it wrong.
No, my burnouts.
Thanks to the resub bacon. Perhaps soon, bacon. My favorite comic tuber called Godslap the future of comics in his review. Oh. Wait, who? That's so sweet. I'd love to check that out. There's a probably mumbling god in the tier 1 tripping. Comic Tom 101. I'll definitely check that out then. Fuck yeah. Have you seen Summoning Salt's new video? No, not yet. I've been saving that bad boy. Jesus, what am I doing? I've been letting this one age like a nice wine. Oh no, it definitely wouldn't be anti in that case. Forbes, no shot, Pop the cork. No, no, not tonight. Not tonight.
Hey, hold up. Did I unlock anything new?
IHOP or who the fuck votes for Waffle House over IHOP? I feel like we have this argument like once every couple months and then everyone remembers, yeah, Waffle House is only good for fights. IHOP is just better.
Oh. I already have me on this play, so fuck you. But the tie-dye flag. +4 stars, +2. Oh, I need that so badly. I can if I get locals.
Drops in like an hour now. Moonfall watch party. If Twitch ever makes watch parties like better, I would love to watch party Moonfall with stream. You guys would fucking love this. I to this day still believe this is the best bad movie that's ever been made. It is so bad that it almost becomes one of the best movies ever made. It's just unreal. I think about this movie all the time. All the time.
You know what? I'm gonna call it here for tonight.
Thanks to resub, Nomads.
But
Why don't you want?
I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.